Welcome back to another Spirit Island video. In this video, we're going to be discussing the build that broke Voice. Now, unfortunately, this was a build that was caught after playtesting had completed. This is not a Spirit that I ever played during playtesting, and I know there was a lot of players that did play it, but sometimes these builds do squeak through. Now, the time of making this video, it's in early July, and at this point, nobody has found this build yet. So hopefully when you guys actually see this video, the build will still be unknown to you, and this will be your first time seeing the build. Now, let's talk about it. So first, looking at the growth options, we are a 0 to 1, which means we're placing 0 presence on Reclaim, putting 2 presence on our G2, and placing 1 presence on our G3. Looking at the tracks, we end at 4-4 with an extra Incarna push on top track. Now I want you to really look at the tracks here, pause the video, and think, what does this spirit board look similar to? Which spirit does it replicate? I'm now going to pull that spirit out. River. Actually, the spirit board, if I can grab it, there we go, looks very, very, very similar. Look at that bottom track, right? Not exactly identical, but very similar. It doesn't get the fifth play of that river, but really it's that same pattern on bottom track looks the same, right? And we know that there's a river reclaim loop where you can go to 4 plays with 1 energy, and you can actually hit your innate maxed out by playing your 4 cards here. Well, now, can we do the same thing with Voice? Well, the answer is yes, and that's why I made this video. What if I told you you could start reclaiming? I put these 4 cards into play, and I reclaim loop them. If I can unlock the go. Okay. Let's see, what does this do? It gives me an empowered Incarna, my tier 2 of my left innate, a maxed out right innate. It will cost me 2 energy total. And look I get 1 energy for my top track and 1 energy on reclaim. Let's look exactly what this reclaim loop is going to give us. So for reclaiming, we're moving the Incarna. We move or add the Incarna, we're going to add a Strife. So we're going to get 1 Strife. We're going to get 2 pushes on the left innate. That's going to give us 2 more Strife and also Disruption. It's going to give you an empowered Incarna that's isolated, so you're going to get an Isolate. You're now going to get that right innate. The first tier is 1 fear per moon, and we're going to have 3 moons, so we're going to get 3 fear. We're going to do 1 damage per sun, so we're going to be doing 3 damage. And we're going to be able to destroy 1 thing per sun moon, so we'll be able to destroy 3 buildings. 3 fear, 3 damage, destroy 3. I guess it's invaders, doesn't have to be buildings. Looking at the cards, we're going to get 2 fear and a ravage skip, so we get +2. We're getting an extra Incarna push, which means we're going to get another Strife. And we're also going to get 2 more fear. We get Turmoil's Touch. Now, we won't be able to use this unless we have energy or someone gifted us a card, but we'll be able to give this out to the team. And ideally, you would like to replace this card with a card like Twisted, what is it? Twisted Flowers? Not a major. Twilight Fog, that's what it's called. You could replace it with a card like Twilight Fog, or maybe Terror Turns to Madness. A card like one of these where you can generate more fear. But this is a card that you could swap out. And finally, Twist Perceptions, which is another Strife, which gives you another push. And then this allows you to disrupt cities. So now by reclaim looping this, we're going to get 5 Strife, an isolated Incarna. We're going to get 7 Fear, 3 damage, and 3 Destroy. And as you can imagine, this is incredibly powerful. Now, how can I optimize this? How can I reach this part here? Well, this is the build. Turn 1. We're going to choose G2. We're going to go top bottom. And we're going to play a single card. I believe you play Frightful Keening or Twist Perceptions. I am not a voice expert. I just know these are one of the cards that you play. I play it. That's now in my discard. Turn 2, I'm going to G2 bottom bottom. Oh, and actually before I do that, by playing a card like Frightful Keening, we're going to get that 1 air that allows us to push the Incarna, disrupting a land, as well as disrupting something in the slow. Turn 2, we G2 bottom bottom, and we play no cards on turn 2. Turn 3, we G2 bottom bottom. We now uncover the Reclaim 1. We'll now have our 2 energy. Reclaim 1 Frightful Keening, playing the 4 cards. So on turn 3, for the remainder of the game, you can reclaim these cards, getting your 7 Fear, or I guess it'll be 4 Strife the first time because you're not reclaiming, getting that extra move. But you'll get 4 Strife, 7 Fear, 3 damage, and 3 Destroy, starting on turn 3 onward. Now, I find this build to be pretty insane to most adversaries. I think like I said earlier, I'm not a voice player, so I don't know all of the strategies. Now, the player that I know that found this strategy, he's discussed that into France you can't do this build because the town limit will beat you on turn 3, and you'll actually die before you'll die due to building too many towns. So you can't really do this build into France. And then he also said into Russia you have to focus more on that G3 because you need more drafts. Like in solo this works, right? You can just spam reclaim this in solo Russia and you just fear destroy the deck. But in multiplayer you'll need to use more G3 because the games are likely going to go very long. So I hope this video was informative for somebody that was trying to figure out a broken build with voice. I still really like the spirit. I can't believe this got through our playtesting. If you like this video, like, subscribe for more content. I will see you guys in the next video.